Hi, this segment will show you where to find the mCLASS assessments. The first thing that you will need to do is go to www.mclass.com/assessment. The only way you can access this efficiently is through Google Chrome or through Safari if you're using the iPad. The first thing you'll see is the login box where you'll put in your username and password. Those things were given to you prior to the start of school in August. The next page that you might see, depending on how your school is set up or if you have groups within your classroom, is this page here. This is the class selection page. The first thing you're going to see are blue boxes along the left side. You're going to click in the blue box to make a check mark beside the group or class that you are wanting to assess. If this screen does appear, you'll click your group and then you will click the blue sync button at the bottom right corner. The next screen that you will see will be the one where you select the group of assessments that you want to use. You are going to select the purple Reading 3D button, and then at that point it will take you into the student selection screen. Also on this screen you'll see in the top right corner an option to change the class or group if by some reason you chose the wrong one. You just click change class and it'll take you back where you can select the class. You also can choose the log out button. This is where you'll come to log out of the system when you are completely done assessing for the day or for that particular segment of the day. And this will automatically sync your information to the Amplify/wireless generation server. The next page that you see after you click on the purple Reading 3D button will be the student selection screen. On this screen you're going to need to pay particular attention to a couple components on the top bar. On the top left you will see the selection of benchmark period. It will either say BOY for beginning of year, MOY for middle of year, or EOY for end of year. You need to make sure that you are in the correct assessment period. On the top right you will see the class or group name that you selected. You just want to double check and make sure that you have selected the right group of students that you're going to assess. In the middle you will see that there is a black bar that says mCLASS. When you come back to the screen after doing assessments, you will click the black mCLASS bar at the top middle and it will take you back to the main menu where you can log out. In the middle of this page you will see a list of student names. Here's where you will select the student that you would like to assess. You will double click on the student's name. That will bring you to this page. This page is where you select, are you doing benchmark or are you doing progress monitoring? Now benchmark is what you administer beginning, middle, and end of the year to all students. Progress monitoring is the selection of assessments that you give periodically based on the student's color with DIBELS and with TRC, and we will talk about that further in a later segment. So we're going to, for today's purposes, select benchmark, and if I double click on benchmark it's going to take me to a screen like this. At this screen it will identify which assessments that I need to give or have already given. The benchmark screen, as you can tell in the top left corner, has the student's name, and then it has three segments: BOY, MOY, and EOY. You will need to look under the appropriate or current benchmark period in order to identify which assessments you want to give. Also, under that benchmark period column, you will see blue symbols that indicate the mandated assessments for that identified period that you would want to give to that particular student. Now you're going to click on the blue symbol in order to administer each assessment, and you will come back to this page at the end of assessment in order to select a new assessment. If you were to choose progress monitoring, this is what your screen would look like for the assessment selection. What you would have is the student's name at the top left, and then there will be a section in the middle of the screen that will have dates, forms, and scores. This identifies previous progress monitoring results for the selected assessment that you have already given to that particular student. You will see on the right side two purple boxes. The first box will allow you to select the assessment you want to progress monitor. It is a drop-down menu. You click on that, and then you click on the particular assessment that you are going to progress monitor with. After choosing the assessment, you then will click on the button that says Assess to Begin.